Coming up on NCC News, losing weight about burning more calories than you can consume. Sexual transmitted diseases are on the rise across the United States. The new iPhone is on the market, and you have to see how it works. The students at NCC have different clubs and events such as Circus Skull, a Abreu club, and more. These stories and much more coming up after these messages.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing.
Wow! I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark.
That was awesome! Let's go again.
3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
So this is my computer.
This is your computer. Let's go on the internet.
Let's go. Click it.
Yes.
Okay.
I cursor in between the R and the E. If I say dot, I want you to just push the period.
She's gonna love me all over again.
That's it. Jamaica, here you come.
Here we go.
Good job.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. And I did it by myself. Feel smarter.
I fainted at the sight of blood. Me, a nurse? I had no idea that's what I'd be when I went to NCC. But NCC is not like other colleges.
NCC has a Student Success Center where counselors assist every student in creating a future.
I'm so happy. Nurse Robbins. I created that.
Be who you want to be. Create your future at NCC.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
I'm Jennifer Rios.
And I'm Josue Wilson. In our top story, residents in Florida are not happy after a storm left many natural disasters.
Seriously, it honestly felt like our house shook.
Margaret Buchanan says during the storm she was worried.
I've been here my whole life and I've been through storms, hurricanes, but I've never had that sensation, and it was very scary.
Her family went into a safe room. They heard a noise. The fence that was knocked down and repaired after Hurricane Irma was down again.
It came down as well as the rest of the fence is now the whole back.
A power line on Parker Avenue near Southern Boulevard had to be repaired. Nearby, the traffic sign fell at Nottingham and Georgia Avenue. But a few miles away, the party will go on in downtown West Palm Beach, Moonfest.
It was raining a lot at her house, my house. We shouldn't be here. And my mom said, "You're crazy if you go out there." And I said, "I'm sorry, did you see my costume?"
But for those who are home, it could be a sleepless night.
I think it's going to be a long night. I mean, be honest with you, we'll probably have the weather radio, everything on through the night tonight.
In West Palm Beach, Florida, some residents are picking up after storms roll through the city. Tanya Rogers reports.
Would you drop $1 grand or more on the latest iPhone? For the first time in the smartphone's 10-year history, analysts predict that Apple will launch 3 different models, and they believe the most expensive one will cost a jaw-dropping $1,000. Apple is playing catch-up to rivals like Samsung, which already have near bezel-less screens. The latest iPhone is rumored to have a similar design, with the screen going from edge to edge. And your face may become your password, another feature where Apple lags behind its competitors. Facial recognition would allow you to unlock your phone and make payments. Hopefully, it won't be as easily fooled as the Samsung Note 8 is. People are getting in with just a photo of the phone's owner. The biggest hassle may be relearning how to use your iPhone. Apple may drop the physical home button we're also used to and replace it with a digital bar. Yet another way the iPhone could be catching up, wireless charging. A whole bunch of Samsung models already charge through wireless docks. And Apple's taking a page from Snapchat, which made augmented reality so popular. Apple's recent AR kit is already in the hands of developers. They're hoping a camera on the next iPhone could be specially designed with a laser sensor to make those famous selfie filters look even more realistic.
Losing weight is all about burning more calories than you can consume. But conventional thinking about portion control might be a little outdated. Kim Hutchinson has more in today's Health Minute.
Do you eat 3 square meals a day, or are you an all-day grazer? Researchers have said for decades that eating multiple mini-meals throughout the day puts your metabolism in high gear. A study of 2,700 adults published in 2015 identified the positive impacts of increased meal frequency. Researchers found that individuals who ate 6 or more meals a day consumed fewer calories, ate healthier, and had a lower body mass index than individuals who ate 4 or fewer meals a day. But other experts say counting meals might distract from the more important metric, counting calories. Dietitians say it's important to set a daily calorie limit, then divide that into equal meals throughout the day. For a 1,500 calorie a day diet, that's 3 500-calorie meals or 5 300-calorie meals. Ultimately, researchers agree that the impact meal frequency has on your weight is minimal. Taking time to plan ahead for meals is the best way to mitigate temptations. Don't let that small mid-morning snack become an early lunch. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Sexually transmitted disease on the rise across the United States. According to the latest numbers from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control, Kim Hutchinson has a story in today's Health Minute.
There were more than 2 million new cases of gonorrhea, syphilis, and chlamydia across the U.S. in 2016, the highest number of new cases of those diseases ever. That's according to the latest sexually transmitted disease surveillance report from the CDC. It says that in the U.S., there were more than 1.6 million new cases of chlamydia, 470,000 new cases of gonorrhea, and nearly 28,000 new cases of primary and secondary syphilis. Chlamydia is the most common STD. It's often called the silent infection because many carriers have no symptoms, which means it often goes untreated. But it can lead to pelvic inflammatory disease, which can leave scars and affect fertility. Gonorrhea often includes symptoms like discharge or burning during urination and can lead to severe and permanent health problems. Syphilis is the most serious STD caused by bacteria. Symptoms can mimic other diseases, but if it's left untreated, it can affect the brain, heart, and other organs and can lead to death. CDC officials say funding cutbacks for prevention, education, and healthcare programs are a big part of the reason STDs are on the rise. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Dreyfus announced has breast cancer in a post on her official Twitter account in September. CNN reports.
In a somber post on Twitter, Julia Louis-Dreyfus announced she is battling breast cancer, saying 1 in 8 women get breast cancer. Today, I'm the one. The Emmy Award-winning actress praised those around her for their love and support, along with her fantastic health insurance. The news comes on the tail end of a seemingly triumphant year for the actress.
We did have a whole storyline about an impeachment, but we abandoned that because we were worried that someone else might get to it first.
Earlier this month, she snagged her 6th consecutive Emmy win for lead actress in a comedy for her role in HBO's Veep, breaking a record.
I think you're going to dig it. Let's raise minimum wage. Blind people are people too. A very enjoyable read. It's complex. I'm exhausted. Journey is endless, global issue.
HBO told CNN the cancer diagnosis came the day after her latest Emmy win. Before her current hit, Louis-Dreyfus shot to fame in Seinfeld, in which she starred for 9 seasons.
Fancy Moses.
Louis-Dreyfus has advocated for cancer research in the past by teaming up with the Livestrong Foundation. Several stars have sent support to the actress, including a special shout-out from fellow Veep Joe Biden. HBO says the filming of Veep's 7th and final season will be adjusted if needed to accommodate its star. I'm Andy Rose reporting.
Bring it on.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on.
October is a breast cancer month, so Zumba instructors have decided to get together to raise funds for the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Cynthia Abreu has the story.
Zumba Fitness has been doing Party and Pink since, I think, 2012. Their goal for this year is $3 million. I think they're like at $2,093,000 or something like that. So they're very close to their goal. And all the proceeds are going to go to this, the Susan G. Komen Foundation, yeah. Everybody ready? Yeah! Come on, louder!
So we're all here today to raise funds for breast cancer awareness through Zumba Fitness, which is Latin dance fitness. It's something that's very close to my heart. I've taken Zumba for years, and now I'm an instructor, and it's just a great way to bring communities together through the dance, just dancing with community.
The 6th annual Stand for Health, Wellness and Export Expo was in Chelsea Piers once again with new products to show, different activities and more. Federico Abreu has the details about it.
The 6th annual Stand for Health, Wellness and Sports Expo 2017 returned to the Chelsea Piers, Connecticut. The premier Health, Wellness and Sports Expo in Connecticut will feature health education provided by Stand for Health, fun activities for children, plus the latest information, products, services, and demos from over 100 exhibitors and more. The Stanford Dental Group was there.
We are here today at the Health and Wellness Expo to spread the good word about our office. We are a fun office, so we're doing a big giveaway as well. We're giving away a free toothbrush at the end of the weekend. We're also giving away an in-office whitening. So it gets the buzz going and people coming to the table, talk about our office, what we do, what kind of services we offer. We're having a big open house coming up.
Coming up, we'll get to know a little bit more about what clubs and activities NCC has to offer. Stay tuned.
All right. I know this isn't any fun to talk about, but we should. Okay. So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And I'll try to get the generator going without any gas.
Oh, let's not forget the cell phones, which probably won't work.
Right.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
Well, I think we couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
What college are you going to?
I don't know.
What do you want to be?
I don't know. My parents want me to be an architect.
Architect?
Yeah, but it's my future. I want to do something that turns me on.
What turns you on?
I don't know.
We know NCC has a student success center where counselors assist every student in creating a future.
You'd make a cute pirate.
I don't know.
We know. Be who you want to be. Create your future at NCC.
That's low. That's low.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextsstopwrecks.org.
Sugar Skull Mask Decoration is an event that students decided to participate to create their own mask for the Hispanic Heritage Month. Federico Abreu has part of the story.
In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, the students at NCC decided to get together to do a Sugar Skull mask decoration, where they were inspired by different pictures of masks. A mixture of Aztec and European symbolism infused the meaning of Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, face painting designs. The tradition is a mixture of Catholic beliefs with the religions of indigenous Mexican people. For people not familiar with Latin American culture, this might seem strange and even scary. However, the school has uniquely positive meaning in Dia de los Muertos, very different from the skeletons and ghosts of Halloween. The multi-day holiday is an opportunity for families and friends to gather, pray, for honor, celebrate, and remember friends and family members who have died.
Although the face painting is not exactly an ancient tradition, the calavera design itself is quite old. Skulls, known as calaveras or cacas in Mexico, are an essential part of the symbolism of the Dia de los Muertos in Mexico. They are used not only as the basis for painting faces, but also are the shape of candy such as sugar skulls and for many skeleton-inspired decorations.
A group of students were brave enough to talk about sexuality, gender, and gender identity in the West Campus at NCC. Have you ever wondered what the difference between sex, gender, and gender identity is? Would you like to expand your knowledge and understanding of the LGBT community? Taylor Elderman and Tay Richardson from Norwalk Community College had a queer talk about the topic, as they facilitated a conversation on sexual orientation, gender identity, LGBT terminology, and more. The event was split into two parts: one, sexuality, orientation, and gender identity. Students had the opportunity to interact with the LGBT studies major doing a small writing activities such as a Q&A, word matches, and more.
People who are
the different experience of being in the LGBT community. They are in the Students Activities Office in the East Campus.
That heteronormativity or heterosexuality is the only way to be, and that comes from like biological determinist nature, so saying that your genes, by the nature of your genes, that's, you know when people try to talk about like locating a gay gene, there are all these like studies out there trying to reduce people to, I'll bring up that slide, trying to reduce people to their genes and making them feel as though their sexuality, their gender identity is deviant.
Heterosexism, if we're going to look at the definition, a term that applies to attitudes, bias, discrimination, and systematic forms of oppression in favor of heterosexual sexuality and relationships. It includes the presumption that everyone is heterosexual and that heterosexual attraction and relationships are the norm and therefore superior.
The Child Development Laboratory at NCC is dedicated to providing high-quality training and support to our early childhood education students. Cynthia Abreu has the story.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and I'm one of the teachers here at the Child Development Lab School at Norwalk Community College. The lab school is designed to have the teachers or students who are studying to become teachers. They come here and they do observations and they have hands-on experience with the children. The children come here. It's a play-based school. We focus on all the areas that include math and social skills and all the academics, math, science. They come here from 8 to 3, and like I said, it's a play-based school, and it's a great place for the families to get together and observe the children for observation, and the students get hands-on experiences, do their student-teaching practicum here as well, so that then when they go out in the field, they're better prepared for working with children.
The president of the A Cappella Club talks to our reporter about how their club works and more. Gabe Calderon reports.
Tell me your name.
Oh yes, my name is Chris Aleva, and I'm the president of A Cappella Club.
How long have you been at NCC for?
This is the beginning of my 3rd year, so my 5th semester.
Nice. Tell me a little bit more about A Cappella Club.
So A Cappella Club is a fun way to have people who like to sing, who like to learn how to better themselves as singers and performers, without having the pressure of paying for credits or getting a grade. It's more fun, relaxed environment for that same kind of goal.
And anyone can join the a cappella club?
Anyone can join a cappella club. Yes, there's no prior experience or ability requirement. Anybody who has a desire to better themselves in singing and learn how to sing and work towards performances, anybody who's interested in that can join.
How do you guys train for singing?
So every week when we start new songs, our musical director, which is Anthony Laszlo, he sits down and teaches the vocal parts and the harmonies on a piano, and then we all come together towards the end of the meeting and test it together and see how it sounds. Yeah.
Would you mind telling me when you guys meet?
Yes, every Tuesday from 1 to 2:15, and every Thursday from 4 to 5:15.
And you're
one away.
All right. And your club's fairly new. Like, have you guys done any events?
We haven't performed at any events yet, but we are performing a song at the Performing Arts Festival on November 21st, as well as some of the performing arts clubs are organizing a showcase that's in the works in early December, where a cappella club will be performing several numbers at that.
Cool. And about how many members do you have?
We have about between 12 and 15, I would say.
It's not bad. That's
no,
good.
It's not too bad. I agree.
Do you guys have any future goals you plan to achieve as a club?
Well, one of the things we're planning to achieve is showing people that students can make music without, yeah.
Coming up, our director got to interview the vice president of a Japanese company. Stay tuned.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Our director had the opportunity to talk and meet the vice president of Hanwha American Corporation, a successful Japanese company around the world. Here is the story.
Dave, working for the Japanese company and for many years, and I have a lot of knowledge about the oil business as well as steel and metal business. That's what I have been doing for many years. And also recently we started to do the risk management, and that is my responsibility to take care of all our branches in USA and Canada. As well as we also sometimes visit to our customers to provide them our services, and also look for the new customers. When we visit to the new customers, we introduce our product to them, and then they decide that which product they are interested, because our company is diversified for many different products. We also supply the bunker business, that is oil connected, and also the steel and metals, as well as seafood. We also visit the foreign countries to look and research the market, and also look after the steel business. That is our main. So when we visit to all the manufacturer and look after their plant and visit and see that they can provide the good quality product to our customers. And we make all kind of the connections and provide them the good service as far as the manufacturing concern, and also the other product we can introduce in US market. This way we can have the connection with all the foreign countries, as well as also we buy some product from the United States and also sell in this market. So this the way, like it's a lot of responsibility, but we enjoy that what we do, and this is for the for good for our companies, that we can establish the good relations with all the customers in USA and the foreign countries to make every relations the good for everybody's. We also have so many different offices in overseas, and that's what is the main, that like sometimes we get the help from them, so we can also introduce their product which we are not aware, and that the way we can have the connection. We already have the 164 offices in all overseas country, mainly in Asia, and that's the way most of our product comes. Sometimes recently we also visiting the lot of countries in Middle East and also in European countries where we can get our products. Office in Japan, so that's the head office. We have the total employees almost 3,000 in all over the world, as well as in Japan and also in the USA. I live in Japan, so I speak fluent Japanese, and that also helps to communicate with all the Japan offices and our Japanese staff members, and that's the way we can get much closer relations with each other.
Now, let's meet our director. Here's a little bit about her.
I'm going to Norwalk Community College. I'm doing film and interior production. I'm majoring in that because when I was little, I used to tell my mom that I would love to be on TV or be part of the crew that does that, to be part of the behind scenes group, the crew that all that they do, the production. I really like that. I really enjoy watching it and doing it. Now that I'm doing all that and being part of a group in the college that makes films and try to make videos and edit them and all that, it's so cool, and I really enjoy doing it. Right now I'm doing my internship at the People's Court, and it's so awesome how you see the date of the taping weeks. It's so cool how you see people moving around just because the program have to go on TV and have to be so neat and clean, and how the producer is on top of everything, be running all over the place because they actually need to get everything in place and have everything neat and cool. Actually being part of the People's Court as an intern, it's cool because you learn a lot and you see oh my god, that's probably going to be me in the future, being a producer, because that's what I want to be. I want to be the head of everything. I want to just be a producer, but I know it's a long process and I have to just go through what I'm doing now and then be there. And then after that, after I learned everything, I know I have to just be part of the crew in a way that I need to just go through the process, learn everything, and then be the head of everything. In my free time, I try my best, because I have a lot going on with the school and everything, but I try my best to learn more about film and TV production. I read, I watch different movies and different programs, so I can just be aware of what's going on in that.
In our entertainment story, the Little Shop of Horror is back again to the big screen. In Hollywood, Daniel David has the story.
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long.
Little Shop of Horrors is coming back to the big screen. The cult classic musical comedy fright flick, complete with a 23-minute ending sequence that was cut before the film hit cinemas in 1986, is set to play special engagements at 600 U.S. theaters on Sunday, October 29th, and Halloween, Tuesday, October 31st.
I've been dating this girl. She's white.
A white girl? Okay, you can't look like you and a white girl.
It's okay. We hate terrorists.
A big prize for The Big Sick. The film's cast, led by Kumail Nanjiani, Zoe Kazan, Holly Hunter, and Ray Romano, is set to receive the Hollywood Comedy Ensemble Award at this year's Hollywood Film Awards, November 5th in Beverly Hills.
In the bathroom, there is $75,000. That money is yours if you do this one little thing.
I thought this was hypothetical.
You have until next stop to decide. What kind of person are you?
Liam Neeson is back in action. Here's your first look at Neeson in The Commuter, opening January 12th.
You stop this right now.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
It may be the fastest growing pop culture convention in the United States. And this weekend, it drew fans and stars to LA. David Daniel has a story in this week's Hollywood Minute.
Hundreds of artists and vendors and some 100,000 fans filled a hall at the Los Angeles Convention Center this weekend for the 7th year of Stan Lee's LA Comic-Con, which bills itself as the only pop culture convention owned and operated by true pop culture icons.
Hi everybody, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Drew Carey received the con's Comedy Legend Award, but he seemed more interested in the vintage memorabilia being bought and sold.
That's one thing, honestly, that these conventions and like this nerd culture has taught us, is to hang on to your valuables when you're a kid, because it could be worth money someday.
Another Comic-Con VIP, Kevin Smith, says he loves the Marvel movies that Stan Lee helped create, but he wouldn't want to direct one.
I'd rather just sit back and enjoy those movies, rather than be like, well, how do I get in there? Because then you're hustling. And then you're not appreciating it for what it is. You're trying to approach it from another way. Well, here's how I do it. Because then I could just go enjoy it pure fan and never once see myself in those proceedings other than in the audience cheering them on.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Please join us next time for more NCC News. I'm Jennifer Rios.
And I'm Josue Wilson. Thank you and have a good night.
Check out this chef, right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size.
We saw what you told us.
There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat. Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Hey. Look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today.
found out more about an annual trip to Six Flags at NCC, hosted by the student government, which this year took place in October during Fright Fest. We'll give you the latest on this story and more on the next NCC News. Please join us.
The next trip to Six Flags?